Hey guys, in today's video, we'll be talking about the different types of copywriting. If you're trying to break into copywriting, whether it's your career or as a freelancer, you need to double down on a specific industry if you want to have the most clarity and the best results. Now, typically what I recommend is that you actually start a bit broad when you first start out in copywriting because it allows you to build up a portfolio, experience, and figure out what you enjoy the most. But eventually, it is very wise to double down just on one niche and form of copywriting because it allows you to be an expert at that subject matter. Clients will trust you more and they'll know you for that exact service. Let's say email copywriting, web copywriting, direct response. You'll be the known person for that service when they think about it. And also just simplifies everything you do from actually delivering the service, doing the work, marketing your service. Or if you're thinking of copywriting as a day job, it actually just simplifies your resume, the skills you have to learn, any kind of certifications you get, and so on. But now let's jump right into it and talk about direct response. This is probably one of the best copywriting niches to be in because also it is the most lucrative when it comes to the amount of money you can earn and the results you drive. Direct response copywriting is exactly what it sounds like. You're writing advertisements that get a direct response from the consumer. This can be sending in their information to buy a product, opting into a list. It depends on the exact campaign and advertising, but you're essentially writing something that's supposed to get an immediate response and engagement from the customer. Think of the famous advertisements about Rolls-Royce, David Ogilvy. Any kind of big advertising like that typically is direct response and a part of direct response marketing, and even direct mail, where you're actually sending physical mail and advertisements to people's doorsteps. And not only is it the most lucrative, but also the most intensive when it comes to writing, research, editing, and the entire copywriting process. Nothing will honestly test you as much and show your skill as a writer than being able to write a really good direct response piece. And you should be reading all the famous books like Scientific Advertising, David Ogilvy's books, and really honing in all the fundamental techniques and psychology behind copywriting if you're looking to break into this form of copy. Okay, number 2 is email copywriting. I love email marketing. It's proven around decades of time to be one of the best forms of marketing and advertising you can do. It allows you to build up your own list of customers you can contact and build a relationship with. You can email them and send them products anytime you want. It also doesn't have to be that intensive and long form. A lot of really good emails can literally be 100 words or less, but still drive tons of revenue and conversion. Now, when it comes to email copywriting, you'll want to learn email software like MailChimp, HubSpot, Aweber. There's a lot of famous tools you'll probably want to learn because then you can create automations, you can create the campaigns yourself, and you'll also learn how to do drip sequences and all the different strategies and features inside of them. You also want to learn subject line copywriting. If people don't open the email, they're not going to read it. And subject lines honestly are half the battle when it comes to email copywriting. You can do things like offering a benefit. You can have a call to action, create curiosity or mystery to entice them to click. And I have a full email copywriting guide and subject line tips that you can read in the description. I'll put a link down there for you. And then also you need to learn how to write the emails themselves. I have a template that I use all the time inside of my email copywriting course, so you can check that out. I actually go over not only the email copywriting strategies I've used to drive hundreds of thousands of dollars in revenue, but also you can watch me write emails from scratch to see the process. Now, number 3 is social media copywriting. There are billions of people on social media. Doesn't matter if it's LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Everybody and their mom has social media nowadays. And whether you're B2B or direct to consumer, you need to understand social media. But also, this is really nice because every business uses it. So if you're looking to get into a day job as a social media marketer or writer, this is a really good skill and niche to break into. But also as a freelancer or business owner, you can learn how to write copy that grows your business and gains followers, or you can offer it as a pretty lucrative service and you can get people on monthly retainers. Now, to be a good social media copywriter, you need to learn to write conversationally and very fun and make use of the platform's individual features. For example, you'll be writing a lot less on Threads or Twitter than what you might do on Instagram or LinkedIn. Also, you need to learn how to write for the individual audiences. How you write for people on LinkedIn won't be the same on TikTok or Instagram. You have to learn all the individual platforms, how to write them, and also how to create the creatives and the graphics for them to get the best results and engagement. It's also really good if you can learn how to put together a social media calendar. This is actually mapping out all the content and copy you plan to publish, usually 1 month ahead of time. And then we're moving on to website copywriting. This is another one of my favorites and something that I've specialized in, because every business nowadays needs a modern and professional website. But honestly, it's not enough just to have a website. You need really good copy on that site to actually convert people that are visiting it. Because you can have a website that's fast, it looks nice, feels good, But if the copy doesn't resonate with the customer, you're not hitting their pain points and bringing out emotions, they're just going to navigate the website and then leave probably to a competitor. But you really want to inspire them to take action. As a website copywriter, you're writing things like home pages, about pages, these service pages, product pages, and more. And typically a website can be as small as a 5-pager, but it can go up to literally dozens or even hundreds at scale. And similar to direct response, with a website, you're also going to get direct responses out of the consumer. You're going to entice them to fill out a form, sign up for a newsletter, purchase products, schedule a free consultation, depending on the individual business. It's also a really lucrative skill to learn because websites can honestly range from $5,000 to $10,000. That's typically how much I would normally bill for a full-fledged website. And the ROI can be huge. If you charge someone $5,000 to write their website, and that boosts their conversions by a certain amount to add on an extra few $1,000s in revenue a month, even on the low end, well, after literally just a few months, they're already gaining a positive ROI. But depending on the individual product and service, you could be driving them literally hundreds of thousands, if not millions of more dollars, depending if they have the traffic and the product. And moving on, next is paid advertising. Think Google ads, Facebook ads, LinkedIn ads. You see these all the time, and one of the best ways to drive traffic and sales at scale, because essentially you can start running them, get immediate results, test and optimize them to drive more conversions and click-throughs. But also, paid advertising requires a ton of experimenting and really good copy, especially if you look at a platform like Google Ads, where once you scale it, you can literally end up with hundreds or thousands of individual ads in different ad groups targeting different keywords. Typically paid ads and PPC campaigns, they're broken into headlines, descriptions, and primary text. The individual platform varies, but for the most part, you have those 3 components. And of course, the image or the video creative. You need to master headline copywriting because in these small little sections you have in the small amount of space, you need to get someone's attention very fast. That means using power words, creating emotion, using calls to action, offering a really good offer or value proposition, saying something that would catch their attention and almost catch them off guard that they wouldn't expect. And then in the primary text or the description, elaborating on that and testing short form and long form copy. And then last but not least is SEO copywriting, another one of my favorites. Search engine optimization, or SEO, is the strategy of optimizing your content and copy to rank higher on Google, other search engines, and get more organic traffic and visibility. And nowadays, just like having a website, social media, SEO is absolutely mandatory, in my opinion. There's no point in not optimizing your content and your sales pages and your landing pages and so on for Google and their algorithms, and then getting more free visibility and customers. And yeah, it is a long-term strategy. It can take months or years to really build up a huge amount of traffic and customers, but it's more than worth it. That's how I've personally grown my business and my clients, is primarily through SEO copywriting and content writing. And to get really good at SEO copy, one is understanding keyword research, because you need to understand the exact search terms that your customers are looking up, and then being able to optimize those by placing them in things like the title tag, the meta description, URL, header tags. And you can also learn about SEO copywriting on my blog. I'll throw a link in the description for you. And then there's the technical elements, page speed, open graph data, schema markup, really advanced stuff that if you can learn, you're going to stand out from other writers immensely. And it's a huge value proposition, whether you're freelancing or it's your career. And all these things in tandem essentially allow you to write copy, but you optimize it in a way that's just going to get you more visibility. Who doesn't want that? And like I said in the beginning of this video, what I recommend if you're trying to break into copywriting, you don't have to be a generalist at first. Even with a lot of my students inside of my courses, I usually tell them just be a generalist at first, get a feel for different niches and industries and different types of copywriting, get different portfolio pieces under your belt, and then you're going to learn what you actually enjoy the most and what you want to pursue full time. If you'd like to learn more about copywriting and get coaching and feedback from me, you can check out my courses in the description. I also have my blog there that I mentioned, some other resources to help you out, and my recommended tools. I wish you the best in your copywriting journey. Let me know if you have any questions down in the comments, and I'll see you very soon.